Hi there, this is John Cawley of Plant-Based Life on a very windy day here in Sydney. Just tried doing this video a few minutes ago and my camera fell over, so hopefully this time we're going to be all good. Okay, so the subject of this particular video is going to be probably a bit unusual. It's not related to exercise, but it kind of is. It is actually. You know, it's more about recovery and helping your body to be stronger. But it will seem like an unusual title. It's about cold showers and efficient breathing techniques. Now, I got introduced to the Wim Hof Method last year, early last year. Wim Hof is a man from Holland who has led quite an extraordinary life. He had some very traumatic life experiences earlier in his life, which led him to embrace the cold. Just to, you know, I suppose explain it short, he's a former yogi. He was a yoga instructor, and he embraces the cold and takes on a particular breathing technique, which will then help you boost your autoimmune system, recover from injuries. It's amazing. This technique is phenomenal. I did a workshop that he put on in Sydney last year. And basically in that workshop you learned the breathing. They went through the breathing technique. You do 30 sharp breaths in and out, so in all the way down to your diaphragm, quickly exhale, then back in, quickly exhale. You do that 30 times. You hold the last breath, or on the last breath you totally exhale everything out of your lungs, then you hold it for as long as you can, and you do that for about 3 sets of 30. That's roughly what the method is, but there's a lot more to it than that. Okay. And it's all about cold exposure as well. He's done crazy things. This guy has climbed Mount Everest in nothing but a pair of shorts. He holds the world record for sitting in an ice bath for 2 hours. But the camera almost went, so I've saved it. So yeah, as you can see, it is an extremely windy day. I might not be able to get this done, but we're going to try and finish it off. Okay, I'll just move the camera again. So at least you know this is the real deal, these videos. I do them all on the fly. There's no real long-term preparation for these. I basically just get them done as and when I can. I'm a very busy person. But anyway, back to the Wim Hof Method. And now the power of a cold shower is something that, I can't explain it. But basically, first thing in the morning, every morning I have an ice cold shower, as cold as I can get it. Basically stay in there as long as I can, and I do the breathing every morning, and it's given me extra energy. You know, it's phenomenal. I'm up very early anyway, and I run Pilates classes and other things first thing in the morning, so I'm up very early anyway. But the Wim Hof Method itself, when I went to the workshop last year, basically he teaches you the method as I explained, and then he got us all to sit in an ice bath for it was about 2 minutes basically, and that was hard. I haven't done anything like that before, and that was particularly hard. But I felt this endorphin rush after it. It was phenomenal. And you know, he holds the world record for sitting in an ice bath. He's done it for 2 hours, I believe. You know, a lot of athletes embrace cryotherapy, which is another cold treatment where you go into a chamber and you know, it brings you down to about minus 150, and a lot of athletes around the world, high profile athletes, use cryotherapy as a form of recovery from injuries and all sorts of conditions, right? Now the average person can sit in a cryotherapy chamber for about 3 minutes. Wim Hof sat in there for 10 minutes. The guy is unbelievable. But more importantly, what his method has been shown to do in regards to health is just unbelievable. It actually does have a positive effect on the autoimmune system. It boosts your autoimmune system. It has helped people with autoimmune diseases. There's been studies done on them in universities, numerous scientific studies. One of the first ones he did in Holland a few years ago, they injected him with an endotoxin. That he said that he could basically, you know, negate the effects of it by doing his method, right? Because he boosts his autoimmune system. So, and he actually did. You know, when the wind is coming really heavy here again, so I'm just holding on to the camera. So apologies for this, but I want to get this video done today, get it out. So Yeah, he actually negated the endotoxin in his system, okay, basically by doing his own method. So then, after that, the scientists said, well, he's obviously a freak of nature, right? So how could he manage to do this? And effectively, he said, I'll get 12 other people no one's ever met before. We'll do the same test. We'll run it on at least 12 people. I'll teach them my method, and you can run it. And they did. They injected them with the endotoxin, and again, they negated the effect of it, right? It was supposed to cause nausea, cause headaches, cause sickness in these people. Didn't cause any of that. Pretty amazing. And the results out of other people are phenomenal. If you go to YouTube, basically there's a Vice documentary called Wim Hof the Iceman. It's about 20 minutes long. It will give you the full story. I recommend all of you to learn it. Just start, embracing the cold. One of the reasons that we get sick as humans, which I've learned when I was a kid, when I was younger, even up until last year, I hated the cold. Right? I grew up in London. My family's Irish. I lived in Ireland for a few years. I used to go spend a long time in Ireland. Where my parents live in Ireland, they've moved back there now. It gets very cold, it gets wet, it gets windy, and I've never been a fan of the cold, right? Never really been able to handle it. But all through the winter here in Sydney last year, I was up at like 5 in the morning, well, 4:45 in the morning to go and do boot camps out in the cold, and I never really felt it much, And once I started doing this method, it had an even greater effect on me. I really didn't feel it much at all, and I learned a lot about adipose tissue, how you boost your brown fat. And brown fat is a type of fat in your body where it basically helps you to handle cold temperatures, right? And the more brown fat you have, the better you handle the cold. But the way you boost your brown fat is actually by essentially cold exposure. So once you have more exposure to the cold, you will basically boost your brown fat. So that's how it works. Okay. So essentially, as humans, we tend to negate this process because we put on loads of clothes, we sit in buildings, and we pretty much don't expose ourselves to the elements. You've got to expose yourself to all elements, hot and cold, on a regular basis. And this will make you stronger, makes your immune system stronger. If you keep wrapping up in clothes to go out in the cold, you're going to keep getting sick because you're lowering your immunity. But if you keep exposing yourself to the cold, you're going to heighten your immunity, and also you're going to help yourself recover from exercise. You burn body fat quicker, you metabolize food quicker. It's phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal. So I'm not going to talk about it too much more. The first thing I'll say is start trying to have some cold showers if you can. It's not easy at first. Start off by having a nice warm shower, maybe at the last 10 seconds having a burst of that cold water, but eventually work up to it. But get online, check out the Wim Hof Method. I highly recommend it. Get in there and learn it. It's awesome. Okay, it's the latest video from me, John Cawley at Plant-Based Life. Remember, peace, movement and plants. I'll see you on the next video.